Earlier this year, sometime in March, I got to experience a prototype of the Dyson Zone. And this is one of the most intriguing products I'd ever tested, not to mention in the year 2022. Back then though, like I said, it was just a prototype, so the company didn't really want us to show you a video of our experience with it. However, this week, the company is ready to unveil more details. And so now with a more refined product, we were able to do a proper hands-on and bring you the experience of how it felt and sounded. So one of the things, like I said, that we learned this week was the price. The Dyson Zone, like most other Dyson products, costs way more than you'd expect. It starts at $950. That's a lot of money, but if you think about it, this is, headphones as well as an air filtration, a portable personal air purifier built into a pair of headsets. So there are two components to the Dyson Zone. One, the actual audio headphones experience, and two, the air filtration visor Bane-like looking mask. So let's start with the visor. This thing is a removable piece that you can attach magnetically to the ear cups of the big, comfy headphones. When you snap them on, the fans in the ear cups whir to life and start pulling in air while using a dual filtration system to kind of pull out pollutants from the air. Now, I want to be very clear. Dyson's been designing this product for years and years, since before COVID even was known to us. So this is not something that's designed to sanitize or disinfect the air around you. It's really more just to get rid of particles. As we already knew, the Dyson Zone uses dual-layer potassium-enriched carbon filtration to capture acidic gases like nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and ozone. The company says this device can capture or block up to 99% of particles, at least for things that are up to 0.1 microns in size. So it took a little bit for me to learn where exactly to place the visor to get it to snap in place easily, but once I figured it out, I really enjoyed the sensation of having this gentle breeze blowing in my face. It felt great. Using a button on the left ear cup, I could control how strong or different profiles of strength of air that was blowing in my face. If I set it to auto, the Dyson Zone will actually use this onboard accelerometer to detect if I'm moving a lot and maybe need more air, and therefore adapt its airflow to meet my needs. Of course, I wasn't running about during this hands-on, so I couldn't really test that out, but I will say that I really enjoyed putting it on the highest setting and just having like a personal AC moment. That obviously felt great, but I will say the device itself also was comfortable to wear. When I snapped the visor on, I kind of remember it being a little bit bigger and covering more of my face, but it actually doesn't. It leaves my chin sort of exposed, but just covers my nose and mouth. To test out how it would feel to maybe take this device, say, on a long flight overnight, I laid down on a couch at our demo with the Dyson Zone on, with the mask on and everything. It was honestly comfortable enough that I could just lay the arm of the headband on a pillow or on the arm of the couch and still feel like I could close my eyes and get some shut-eye. The ear cups themselves were also comfortable. They're thick and spongy. I really like the colorway here too. The combination of that copper-looking inside with the sort of off blue finish made it look kind of elegant. More importantly though, the ear cups fit to my head in a way that blocked out sound or muffled out surrounding noise on its own, but I could also use Dyson's app or the toggles on the ear cups to change up the noise cancellation profiles. Dyson says the Zone is capable of up to 38 decibels of noise cancellation and features 40mm neodymium drivers. There are 3 modes available: isolation, which is a complete noise cancellation feature. Then there's transparency, which allows some of the ambient sound to pass through so I can be aware of my surroundings. And then, off. What I thought was a really cool touch was that when I switched between the noise cancellation profiles, there's a little sound effect that mimics the audio of when air is being sucked out to create a vacuum. It's a little like and it kind of creates the sensation that all the air is being sucked out of your ear caps area, and that isolation profile really feels a lot more effective because of that. Of course, this being Dyson's first audio product ever, people are curious, what does music sound like on this device? So I listened to Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift and Unholy by Sam Smith. In Anti-Hero, which is a pretty balanced song that doesn't have a lot of bass, Taylor Swift's vocals were very clear, instrumentation was very nice as well, everything was crisp, and it sounded like it was a nice environmental effect. On Unholy though, even though the song itself is bassier, I kind of wish Dyson would offer more strength in the lower registers. You can use an equalizer in the Dyson app to give it a bass boost, or use the enhanced profile for just a different mix, or go to neutral for less bass in the balance. I will say the bass boost didn't do very much for me. I still really wanted more oomph in the bass, but that's it. It was pretty good quality for Dyson's first audio product. One thing that I found most interesting about the Dyson Zone is actually the fact that in the app, you can see the levels of your surrounding sound in a chart that's just live reacting to your environment.
As you can see, I've been talking at a pretty moderate, even tone, and it's going very straight, horizontal line. And once I stop talking, you'll see it plummet, and I'll then cough so you can see it go really high. And there you go. Now the app also shows you other things. For example, some of the data it knows about the region you're in. For example, in New York City, the air quality index is a 35, which according to the app is good. Humidity is pretty high. It is a rainy day today. The temperature is 4 degrees Celsius, which is somewhere below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and then some other metrics that it knows pulling from the air. This is not something that the headphones are picking up. Now, the Zone is not detecting this in the air around you. This is just general information. You can also see battery life. The 2600 milliamp hour battery on here can last about 50 hours of music playback. And then if you obviously have the mask on and are using the filters for an extended period of time, then that's going to be a lot shorter. It's also got a section to tell you about just general health of your filters, and once it gets below a certain point, it'll tell you to replace them. You can also buy the filters directly from this page, which is quite convenient. If you're curious, you can also use this app to see the historical data of the air quality around you, as well as how much sound, your general surroundings have been, similar to kind of how the Apple Watch and iPhones do it when they notice that you've been in too much of like loud areas. It could hurt your hearing. If you wear this a lot, if you're consistently keeping the Dyson Zone on while you're out and about, you can get a better idea of what the air quality is like around you.
Even though you are being shown the data about how polluted the air around your common areas is, just a reminder, this is not meant to filter out things like the COVID virus. You will still want to be putting on a mask. This is not something that's sealed to your face. Dyson does offer some inserts that you can use, and it goes up to an N95 insert, for example. You can put it inside the visor and then put it on your face for the protection. Definitely do not think of this as something that's meant to keep you safe from COVID, the flu, or the cold viruses going around. The Dyson Zone will be available in March, which is still a little bit more time to wait. I am already excited to get one because I cannot wait to just block out the air and the particles around me. And yes, I know I'll look a little weird wearing this around, but maybe that's fine. Maybe I'll live with it. I am eager to get a review unit in hand to test it out and see just how well it works in the real world. For that and for more, make sure you subscribe to Engadget. And until next time, stay away from viruses.